YouTube, what's good, what's good, what's good, what's good, what's good, what's good, what's good? Zay back in the building. Plaqueboymax in the building, y'all in the building. Most importantly, like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. You already know the vibes. Let's get it, let's go.
Bro, I don't like streaming.
With all the recent talks about streamings, not only the enemies who used to be friends, the turmoil between IRLs along with doing desktop streams, and the constant competition between streamers, it makes you wonder what type of toll streaming can take on someone's mental. And I don't think you'll find any better example than that than from Plaqueboymax, a top tier streamer who does a lot of creative things and tends to push the boundaries a lot. Unfortunately, this can also push the boundaries on his mental state, causing a lot of strain for him along with his community, to the point where it makes you wonder if he even enjoys streaming anymore. And this made me want to go through some of his worst events caused by streaming, just so we can get a quick overview of how it can actually affect someone's mental to be one of the top streamers in the world.
Yo, I got somewhere I gotta be, so like if we rapping, we got rap. You feel me? Nah, that's cool. Y'all can vibe like at your own, but like this work. You get what I'm saying?
Plaqueboymax, for anybody that's unfamiliar, is one of the top streamers, and he's most notable for his in the booth segments, wild IRLs, and even some notable desktop streams. But all of that comes at a cost, especially being a streamer who likes to push the boundaries. And you can see that first time happening with FaZe's Subathon, where they were going to stream for 30 days straight, cameras on all the time, after Plaqueboymax just did 100 days in a row. And this had some detrimental effects to his mental that he had to talk about once the subathon was actually over.
When I tell y'all I was going through it, I was really going through it, bro. Like that, bro, by day 10, I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna get through the rest of these 20 days. I'm having nights where I'm in the bathroom, like, just bawling my eyes out. Like, do y'all remember around that time when my friends was here and I'm telling them, like, I was telling them, like, if y'all had a button to press if you want to continue your life? You feel me? Y'all remember that? I was really on some, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck, like, real life. Yeah, bro. And it became one of those things for the first time in my life where I was sitting here like, damn, bro, I don't like streaming.
Now, this would be a normal reaction, just venting to your chat, talking about how you were going through a lot when you were trying to provide some good content for them. I mean, anybody would think that your mental might be a little tanked after having to stream for 30 days straight, and it makes genuine sense why he would want some breaks in between or just some time to himself. And after talking about it, you would think a lot of people would agree or just understand where he's coming from, but that's the issue when you complain as a streamer. Unfortunately, while his community might understand and be okay with it, we have clips like this go viral. A bunch of people come and start attacking you, not understanding why you complain, because all you do is get on camera and talk. Such a hard life, bro. Man the up. What a Emily CC and the one Manny would laugh at this. Try doing it for a year straight and only by yourself. The problem is Max doesn't have much content to do on his own. Oh my gosh, his life is so hard. He has to entertain people. Feel so sorry for him. Comments like this are inevitable, especially when you have a job as desired as content creation. Specifically,
Yeah, that's the thing. Like those comments are always gonna be said about content creators whenever they express their emotions. That's why you gotta know when to step back. You gotta know when to take a break from content creation. You gotta know when to step back and take that break and take that reset. You know, however long it takes, take that reset, man. Because it could weigh on you, especially when you work hard at it for so long and you finally get to that that height that he's at now. It's like you didn't think it was possible and now it's possible, and then you don't think about the bad side that that comes with it. It's always gonna be some good sides that comes to what you do and bad sides that come with you do, and you don't really think about the bad side as much. But when it happens, it's like you're not prepared for it, and it's hard. It's hard to deal with. It's hard to deal with. That's why you gotta take a break, step back, and get back into it when you can. But as for the people commenting, like, it's no point in y'all commenting if y'all gonna watch this content. Like, oh my god, he's so emotional. Oh my god, it's so hard for him. It's hard for him to entertain people. Oh my god, you're still watching the content, bro. You're still watching it. Like, come on.
streaming. A lot of people don't see any work really being put into your job and only see the highlights and the fun moments. So when you tell them at any point in time that you had a little bit of strife, they're going to immediately disagree, not knowing any real consequences that come with it. And it's not like he was comparing his job to a 9-to-5 like a lot of people do for rage bait. He was genuinely just talking about his experience and why it made him upset. While that type of stress can be caused by the negativity in your community or even randoms online, you can also cause a bunch of stress for yourself, which Plaqueboymax eventually did some more after he started his 365-day stream.
Hey, yesterday, bro, you feel me? I'm not gonna lie. Yesterday was a rough day for me, bro. You feel me? We got rough days. That's part of this 365. There might be some days, you feel me? I might be a little down. I still got to stream, so I ain't know what to do. I had to stream. I came on this stream. It's not like I couldn't stream. And I know it's 3 minutes. I had to come stream. It was a rough day, bro. Feel me? Family going on, dealing with heavy, but it's all good. Not something I really want to talk about on stream. But I appreciate you guys and thank y'all for the love and support.
In this example, Plaqueboymax is just testing his limits, trying to stream for 365 days straight. Unfortunately for him, while he's still trying to stream every single day, life still goes on. To the point where he literally has to come on stream and barely do anything. Stream for 3 minutes, maybe come on and just do a short segment, 1 hour of Twitter comp, really not making any real content. And he hopes to achieve this goal. And that's gonna cause a lot of stress for not only your community, but also yourself. I mean, what's the point of tuning in as a viewer if you know you might get a stream where it's just 3 minutes of yap explaining to you that you're not going to stream? And what's the point of streaming as a streamer when you're coming on knowing you could deliver better content if you had the time, and instead of having to water down every last thing you do because you're trying to achieve an artificial goal that isn't really helping you in the long run? Unfortunately, that's the consensus Max had to come down to, eventually ending the 365 days, and after a long break, he came back and explained everything in his own words.
The reason I ended 365 was because I felt like I was watering down my product and what I was doing. I was streaming every day. Y'all know there would be streams I'd do 1 hour, just reacting to Twitter comp, call it a day. And you feel me? I don't like doing bullshit. Why am I putting out bullshit just to say I streamed every day? That shit kind of whack. Yeah.
It is whack. It's very whack because what happens is when the thing about that whole 30-day stream, monthly stream, like when dudes started doing that, I knew at a point it's gonna get watered down because you just doing the same thing. Like if you do the same thing too much, it's going to get watered down. That's just what it is. That's why me personally, if I ever make it big in the content game and I'm streaming, like at most I probably do like something for a week, but 30 days, nah. Like nah, cause you're gonna get burnt out. You're gonna get tired of that. Like, and then you're gonna be doing the same thing all the time. Like you don't have nothing to look forward to. That's why it's better for you to be original. It's not do a 30-day stream all the time. Like doing that all the time, like that's a lot. Or 365 days, or that's a lot. That's a lot to do. And that's a lot to think about, and that's a lot to put work into. You know what I mean? Like setup and everything. Like that's a lot to do for real. So that's why I'm like, I don't really get those 30-day streams. I don't get it. But it's a trend and everybody follows trends. So that's what it is. I wouldn't follow that trend though.
Yeah, I just didn't want to do that no more. I'm not gonna lie. I sit down with all niggas on my team and I'm talking to them. I'm like, damn, bro, I'm not gonna lie. I'm doing like, there's some shit I'm doing is whack. Like, I'm just doing whack shit. Like, we haven't been able to, we don't have no time to plan for no bigger moments or etc. And niggas was like, bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro, you probably should end it, bro. And I'm like, damn, I sat there thinking about it. Now, the hardest thing I was dealing with, I'm gonna be honest, was like letting y'all down. Cause I definitely was like, damn, bro, if I end this shit, I'm gonna let my niggas down. Like I told them I was gonna do something, bro, you feel me? And it's like I'm letting all niggas that doubt me win. That shit's whack, bro. That shit whack, overly whack. That's the hardest thing I was dealing with. Like I'm like, damn, bro. But I knew for the greater good of everything I'm trying to do, I had to do it. You feel me? Sometimes you gotta take a short-term L for a win down the line.
Pushing the boundaries in content creation is just a norm. How are you going to get the most reactions in the best content if you do the exact same thing somebody else did? You have to switch it up in some way, even make it a lot better. So why do a 30-day subathon that's only 30 days? You could just stream for 365 days straight, bringing amazing content every single day. Unfortunately, if you can't meet that mark that you set for yourself and the content just becomes dry, it makes sense why you would be a little bit upset. And now you have the encore of your audience and even yourself, making you doubt everything that you're doing until it consumes you and you truly don't understand where you are. And this is also happening to Max. During that 365 days, he talked about it on stream, where even though he is dedicating his life is all to content, it seems like there's still a lot of negativity in his life.
Was whatever day before the 24-hour. And I came home, bro. I just cried on my couch, bro. Like, and I don't be crying that much. Like, I cried on my couch. I'm like, damn, bro. Like, I don't even have nobody, bro. Who do I have? I push everybody in my life away. I don't talk to my parents. I'm out here in LA. Like, yeah, I got my cousin, but it's like, damn, bro. Like, what am I even doing this for? I could win as much as I want to win, but if I'm not winning with people I care about, do it even matter? Like, you know what I'm saying, bro? And I just started reflecting. Feel me? I've been talking to God. I'm like, what am I doing wrong? Because I'm really genuinely not understanding. Like, why is there so much negative energy around me? Why do I feel like so much hatred? Like, and I just realized, bro, like, you can blame other people for your actions, but that shit all stems from you, bro. You create your universe.
Well, I feel like streaming and content creation is one of the best things to come about, especially putting a lot of people in the positions they would have never.
I'm gonna just say this, man. Like I said earlier in the video, it's like support system always first. You gotta take care of you first. You know what I mean? Like, that's why you gotta take breaks from life. You gotta take breaks from life, bro. Like, if content creating is your life, or if your job is your life, you're going to get burnt out. You're gonna feel like how he's feeling. You know what I mean? I don't know if he's still feeling like that in his current moment, but I mean, based on the situation, like, you create your own reality. Everybody creates their own reality. And if you sitting up there just trying to push through it, like, you just gonna it's just gonna hurt you even more. There's no point in trying to continue to push through that pain. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta deal with that outside of work, or outside of, content for him. You know what I mean? You gotta take a break. You gotta. And if you gotta take a long break, take a long break. People that rock with you gonna understand regardless. You know what I mean? The people that don't, they're gonna leave. That's just what it is. That's how life goes.
Had before, it does come with a lot of hardships, and this isn't just for Plaqueboymax, but I thought it would be interesting to look at his background and his strife when it comes to streaming, but because he's also made a lot of big decisions in his life and has always tried to one-up himself and create some amazing content, but that always comes at a negative cost. And even now, most importantly, with the news that a lot of people have been seeing, is his departure from FaZe Clan, where again, he is going out of his way to try and be the best thing that he can for his community, but in such a big way that a lot of people see it as mainly a negative.
But yes, I'm leaving FaZe. Like I just say, I can't fully go into depth why I'm leaving FaZe, but I am leaving, and I'm ready to, embark on my journey. Work the hardest I ever have in my career. Do whatever I gotta do to make 5-star the biggest shit possible, make myself the biggest shit possible. Just keep working like we have for the past 4 years. Anyone that's been watching me for a while, and I know this shit probably hitting y'all like, what the fuck, this out of nowhere. Like, we got all this shit coming up, but it's some shit that was sitting with me for a little that I really had to battle. In my head, I'm gonna keep it a buck and just figure out what's going on.
Overall, Max as a streamer is definitely a complicated case. If you ask me, he is one of the top % of streamers because of how innovative he is, how interesting he can be on camera, and how entertaining he is to a wide audience. Unfortunately for him, when it comes to this space known as content creation, it can get very difficult in the one-upping space and just the ever-evolving things you have to do to be on top consistently. That definitely does come with a lot of strain that people will not fully understand, especially if they're not a part of your community. It's genuinely sad. Now, I didn't make this video to try and compare or be like, yo, content creation is so hard, you should feel bad for all these people because their lives are just so difficult, but I just wanted to shed a light on a part of content creation that not that many people truly care about. And again, this video is not to compare any hardships from content creation to real 9-to-5s or to other things people may be going through, but it is just just to give y'all perspective on how this isn't always sunshines and rainbows, genuinely. But that's just how I feel. If you want to tell me how you feel, the best place to do would be the comment section down below. This video was unfortunately over, but if you didn't,
Man, send to that video, like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. I'm out. Energy.